Nick Saban agrees to stay in Alabama for a lot of money. I mean a lot of cash. And what does John Cleese and Monty Python have to do with Nick Saban anyways? And finally, is it true that Nick Saban really rode a wooden horse all the way to Texas in search of the Holy Grail? From California to the skyscrapers of New York to the 10,000 plus lakes of Minnesota to all of Oprah's fans because they matter and the rest of North America, I am Dave Dabbah and I want to talk sports with you. This is Dabbah Live. Let's start with poor Nick Saban, who was able to do what very few people in the history of the world have been able to do. No, not ride a wooden stick horse like this guy. Remember how John Cleese searched the countryside in search of the Holy Grail? No, Saban and his assistant coaches didn't ride around the SEC with pretend horses and cowbells in order to find their Holy Grail. Or did they? Someday, when historians look back at the Saban stayed in Alabama and didn't abandon ship for Texas deal, they most likely will conclude that Saban was in fact worth every penny. The deal is worth allegedly $7 million a year. Keeping those dollars in perspective, Mike Shanahan, who hasn't won anything with the Redskins, is paid $7 million a year as well to lose. Saban, having won 3 out of 5 national championships, is certainly worth the money. Some of those historians might actually conclude that it is entirely possible that Nick Saban did indeed actually yell at his assistant coaches. He said, "Go home, guys. Find your best wood stick or broom and a cowbell and meet me in front of the Walmart on University Drive." Saban, having won 3 national titles in less than 5 years, should have gotten the University of Alabama to give him $10 million a year, a street named after him, a practice facility which bears his full name, and a lifetime executive membership to Sam's Club. Nick Saban is on his way to visit Texas when he encounters the Chancellor of Alabama. The Chancellor says, "Where do you think you're going, Nick?" Saban says, "I'm on my way to Texas in search of the Holy Grail. Stop and go back to Alabama for $5 million a year." Saban says, "I won't do it for less than $7 million and an executive Sam's Club membership for life." The Chancellor says, "You've got the membership to Sam's Club, but not the money." Saban says, "But I've won 3 national championships in 5 years, and you have no legs, and you have no arms left." The Chancellor says, $6.9 million a year. Saban looks at his assistant coaches, and they turn around and head back to one of the 100 Walmarts in Huntsville to begin yet another year of recruiting.